If you're having trouble getting up and going this morning, imagine getting ready for a more than 100-mile bike ride. That's what people are doing here in Santa Cruz County. That's right, free Wi-Fi internet access. Thanks, Kristen. And it's really actually quite quick. I'm here on the website of the airport right now at First Light, which is right about now. They're going to be sending up some helicopters and dropping water and flame retardant on Angel Island, hoping to get a handle on this fire. Alan, the security is so tight that I've already gotten into a couple of disagreements with the Secret Service about whether or not I could stand on a public street. He just arrived here at this home in Piedmont. And we are warming up this morning. I'm Makovec in for Mike Miko with your AccuWeather forecast. We'll let you know where you can find the sunshine today coming up. It might not seem like that much, Kristen, but if you think about it and you commute Monday through Friday, that is an extra $20 a month. So it is going to hurt a lot of family budgets. Well, Alan, this grass is normally green, but as you can see, it is dry and brown here in the Oakland Hills. And while the little heat wave we've been seeing is finally ending, it looks like fire season is just beginning. It was honestly tough to keep a dry eye here at the Oakland International Airport this afternoon as members of the California National Guard returned home. 90s everywhere, as you can see. We have not put the triple digits on this map yet, but going to be flirting up there with the 100-degree mark in some of these areas. 98 in Fairfield, 98 in Livermore. Definitely pool weather. And then moving down to the Monterey Bay, it's going to be gorgeous there as well. 76 in Santa Cruz, a little bit of haze there, and of course a little bit warmer inland. We're looking at 89 degrees in Hollister. Let's go ahead and take a look at your 7-day forecast. This is what remains of the only other building that was lost during this fire. It's Jimmy's workshop, and it's a good example of exactly how erratic this fire was because as you can see here, just a few yards away, that home is untouched. Definitely peaceful, but the group has certainly diminished from its high point earlier this evening of several thousand people. Now we're down to several dozen people parked in the middle here of 18th and Castro in San Francisco. We don't know how long they'll be here, but we do know this has been another big day in the gay rights movement here in California.
You guys for doing this.
It's been a windy road for this group of protesters who found themselves in the middle of this Castro District street. No one knew what to expect this evening with a loosely planned march down Market Street through the heart of the Castro to a rally in Dolores Park with a passionate message on Prop 8.
You can't give us rights and then take them away.
Right.
Never.
The marchers then left police playing catch-up, marching back to City Hall and back to the Castro again.
What do we want? Equality!
And while some ended up dropping off, it's clear the fight continues long after Tuesday's Yes on 8 vote.
I was proud to be an American electing Barack Obama. I was ashamed to be a Californian.
This is the first time that the voters have voted to take away people's civil rights. This is a really dangerous proposition.
The group wasn't violent, but it was blocking traffic in the middle of Friday rush hour. Police officers walked alongside the group with riot gear in hand in case things got out of control. Drivers had to wait for the marchers to pass, including some who cast the vote that these people are so against.
And I see their pain. I'm so sorry. But it's America, and we vote on things, and we didn't run a negative campaign hurting people. We were just explaining our side of the story. David Vidauer helped organize this grassroots event.
We got the word out on Facebook, and then it spread like a wildfire.
A movement reinvigorated again.
We got a little bit too comfortable when we got the right earlier this year. We didn't think we'd have to fight for it anymore, but now that we got it taken away from us, we're all rallied up again.
And I have spoken with several San Francisco police officers out here tonight. They say they are rolling with the punches and doing their best to protect the protesters. And so far, this whole event has been incident-free. Live in the Castro District, Ann Makovec, ABC 7 News.
Okay, Ann, thanks very much.
That's the reaction we got when we told people on the streets of Oakland that the city's in the finals for a nationwide award for its efforts to fight crime and violence.
I would be shocked. Are you serious?
I think it's a joke.
I don't know if it exactly deserves an award.
The award is given by the National League of Cities. Oakland was nominated for its Measure Y programs implemented with taxpayer money since voters passed it in 2004.
Oakland deserves this award because Measure Y is an awesome thing.
The measure funds police officers and pays for violence prevention programs. Its success was being lauded at a public safety meeting in Oakland tonight.
If you look at the average citizen in Oakland, they have not experienced crime. It's a smaller group of people.
But with the crime rate in Oakland showing no signs of slowing, a lot of people are in that smaller group.
And I feel like, what is it going to take for some more people to have to lay down and die or lose their life for somebody to really wake up to realize that we need help?
We spoke with the chair of the Citizens Oversight Committee on Why, who says it will eventually help. Can this be a national model, though, without any tangible results?
I think that it's a promising practice and that it has the potential definitely to be a national best practice.
Tangible results are only a small part of this award. Some of the other criteria: public-private partnerships, the management of city resources, and the ability to replicate the project in other cities.
I think they ought to reevaluate how they select cities for those kinds of awards.
The NLC says Oakland has demonstrated its ability to offer outstanding programs for its citizens in order to transform the community and its challenges.
If what you are looking at in terms of an evaluation is both the process and the outcome, I'm pretty pleased with our process thus far.
And there is another bright side.
Any publicity that's good publicity for Oakland is always good.
In Oakland, Ann Makovec, ABC 7 News. For mothers-to-be, that baby heartbeat is a sign of sweet things to come. For the medical community, it's a force not to be reckoned with or researched.
If anything happens to that baby, it could be blamed on whatever the research protocol was.
As a result, there isn't much hard data available on pregnant women, like drug interactions and the effects of medical procedures on the fetus.
They don't get the recommended standard of care treatment, the gold standard treatment that you would normally provide for a non-pregnant woman. Yeah, and we see that all the time.
The FDA has only approved a dozen medications for use during pregnancy. That means any other medications used during pregnancy, from diabetes to depression, are used without the approval of the FDA.
When you're pregnant, nothing's simple.
Sometimes they let the choice be mine, and they sort of give you the research that's out there. I mean, it would be nice if there was more.
The guessing game is difficult.
But for an expectant mother, being part of a research study can be a bit taboo.
I certainly wouldn't be the first in line to get testing.
Obviously, there's a certain amount of risk involved when you participate in any kind of research study.
I would be interested, but I also am concerned about, you know, the safety of the baby. So I understand why it's a difficult topic.
And even if they are interested, doctor and economist Aaron Coffey says there isn't much incentive for researchers.
You get one bad outcome, and gee, you did demonstrate the effect, but oh gosh, you found this horrible thing, and it may or may not be associated, right? Because these are rare outcomes we see in little babies. So it doesn't make a lot of economic sense if you're a drug company.
We checked with the organization Pharmaceutical Research and Manufacturers of America, and here's what they had to say. Quote, obviously, for ethical reasons, you cannot include pregnant women in clinical trials. What's more, it's very difficult to obtain permission from ethics boards to conduct such trials, end quote. Dr. Coffey says it needs to start with a public push.
So you start having bigger and bigger populations, and then those people will ask questions and push the agenda, make their doctors ask the questions and push the agendas.
At UCSF, Ann Makovec, ABC 7 News.